Look what I have. I don't. Ugh, I just learned the name, but I've forgotten it already, which quite often happens. New Thai words I remember for about 3 seconds, but it's like, here, let me do a taste test. Brio. Oh, whoa, it's so sour. Whoa, it's a little lemony, but even more sour. But, whoa, holy. But one of my neighbors, I just met her on the road and she had a whole big bag full and she gave me these. Very high in vitamin C. That's what I was told. And it's interesting because, whoa, because normally, often I go for a walk up to the little waterfall on Thursdays, just for a little bit of exercise and kind of get warmed up for kendo tomorrow. Anyway, but today I cut it a little short because it started to rain, even though now it's sunny again. And I thought, oh hell, I'll just make my way home. And so I wondered, and then it got sunny and I thought, oh, I should have just kept going. And then, but there must be some reason why I turned around, and turns out this is it. Because if I had have gone up to the waterfall, we wouldn't have bumped into each other. And it's interesting because on the way up at Pisu Tam's place, one of my wonderful neighbors, one of her neighbors, they were drying out some kind of, I'm not sure what it was, looked like a root actually, but I'm not sure, that they were saying, oh, it's good for COVID, you know, COVID. So it's like a healthy herb treatment, basically, probably just to keep our immune systems strong and stay healthy, right? So the thing is, like here, a lot of the older people know, like Pisu Tam and her friends around her, they all know a lot of plants in the forest and stuff to eat and for medicine and stuff. And it's amazing, right? Like I slowly learned, but really I know nothing. Certainly compared to them, I know absolutely nothing. But I've picked up a few tips here and there, and hard to remember. But anyway, but it's nice to know that that's still, of course, that knowledge is still here, right? Now, whether the younger people that live up here are learning this or not, I don't know. Probably not a lot of them, but maybe some, right? And maybe all you need is a few, right? Get into a situation where your elders need to know some healing roots or herbs or whatever. There's still someone around that can teach them. So it's really wonderful to see that in existence, you know. Of course, I can't know the specifics, right, because of language and stuff, but I just try to glean what I can, you know. And yeah, so there you go, eh? And there's something, I've been thinking a lot about this whole idea of a mechanistic existence, right? Like I think of Rupert Sheldrake and how he talks about, you know, there's this whole thing about religion, right? And whether as humans are we just naturally oriented towards a religion of some kind, a belief system of some kind. I kind of think so, actually, but it's really an interesting conversation at the very least. But Rupert Sheldrake, for instance, talks about the whole idea of the mechanistic materialism as being a kind of modern religion. And just by the name, I'm sure you can figure out what that's about. So I've been thinking about, and of course for me, I love things that are not mechanistic, even though I live in a mechanistic world too, right? I mean, no question. But my own interests are in ancient ways and the times before agriculture, for instance, hunter-gatherer cultures, all that stuff has fascinated me my whole life, right? But lately, of course, because of the whole year and a half of, you know, the big V. I've been thinking a lot about mechanistic medicine, mechanistic medical perspectives. And to me, a lot of what's going on and being promoted and other things being suppressed is all about is about promoting a purely mechanistic perspective on health and being on the planet and stuff. So it's been interesting. Hang on a sec, my arm's getting tired. Just switched arms. My right arm was getting really tired. Anyway, so yeah, so this whole, jeez, can I get the perspective right? Hey, sabay my. Yep. So that's been on my mind a lot, you know, and the big I, to me is, I think it's great. I don't know, but I don't know. What do I know? It's from the earth though, right? It's not some made up genetic thing. I know most people are going to think it's really foolish of me, and a lot of people have pointed that out quite vociferously, but I don't care, you know. Anyway, it's very interesting. Anyway, all that just came out of this, right? So that just growing in the tree, right? It's not a farm. This is just growing out in the bush, in the forest. And yeah, I guess that's about it for me. Just thinking about that stuff and the mechanistic ways. Don't know. Okay, ciao for now. See you later. Okay, another thing, another word that I keep seeing here and there on social media is this term called safetyism, right? This obsession with safety that seems to be becoming extremely, what's the word, prominent? Is it prominent? I don't know if it is actually. Is it? This obsession with being safe, and people are even saying, be safe. It's like, yeah, no. Look, for one thing, you never say to a long rider, be safe, right? Unless you want to get laughed at. Because like when you're on a long ride, this is the thing about doing a, when I say long ride, I did a long distance ride in Western Canada solo on horseback for 3 years, not in the winter. That when you embark on something like that, you accept the fact that each morning could be your end, right? It's not, I'm not saying that it's hyper dangerous or anything. It's just that you become so aware of unpredictable. Oh. Ooh, squirrel. Become so aware of unpredictable possibilities that you just need to accept that this could be your last day. That's actually a really beautiful way to be. You know, I think of the sort of different warrior cultures, samurai, the ancient Celts, whatever, and probably all of them at some level have to come to terms with that, right? They have to say, here's the best one. In that movie Little Big Man with Chief Dan George and Dustin Hoffman, it's that thing of, today is a good day to die, right? So that if today is a good day to die and you're happy with that, it means your life has been full. It could end today and it doesn't matter. We've lived life to its fullest. No, it wasn't not necessarily all fun and games. Difficult sometimes, right? But nonetheless, it's in there. So anyway, safetyism. No! Ciao. Oh, they're building a...